Why does it take just one glance at someone else's win to suddenly feel like your own life isn't enough? Why do we let someone else's journey make us doubt our own stories? It's like one moment you're fine, and then you look over to someone else's lane, and all of a sudden, what you have doesn't feel like enough anymore. Comparison sneaks in so quietly, but it can take away your joy, it can take away your focus and your energy before you even realize it. Comparison is tricky because it looks harmless at first. You think you're just observing, just looking, but then it hooks you. It's like a mirror that only shows you what you don't have. The job, the relationship, the house, the success. And suddenly your own progress feels small, invisible. But here's the truth. Comparison never shows you the full story. You're comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's edited version of their life. I remember a time when it felt like every artist I followed was selling out their work. Landing shows and getting noticed. I'm not saying that this was the case. I'm just saying that this is what I felt. Meanwhile, I was struggling just to get a single piece sold. And it felt like proof that what I was doing wasn't working. That maybe I was, wasting my time. And honestly, there were nights when I went to bed frustrated, questioning if I should even keep going. But later I realized that their journey wasn't mine. Their pace wasn't mine. And the more I focused on their lane, the less energy I had to put into my own. That's what comparison does. It distracts you from your own work. It's not just about art either. I felt it in other parts of my life too. Watching people buy homes while I was still renting, or seeing couples hugged up or holding hands while I was still single and alone. Comparison made me feel like I was always late to my own life. And if you've ever felt like that, you know it's no joke. It doesn't just steal your joy, it steals your momentum. Because instead of moving forward, you're stuck watching someone else's path. So what do you focus on instead? Well, you focus on your lane, your pace, your growth. You focus on the little things that feel invisible today, but will add up tomorrow. The skills you're building, the habits you're forming, the lessons you're learning. Focus on what you can control, because that's what shapes your story, not theirs, yours. I'm on my way to go do some laps around the park today. Hopefully it's not too crowded, but we'll see when I get out there. Walking around this track reminds me that everyone out here is moving at their own pace. Some people run, some jog, and some walk slowly. But the point isn't to outdo the person next to you. The point is to focus on your own purpose, your own journey. Comparison makes you look sideways, but progress happens when you just stay in your own lane. Your pace is enough. You don't have to match anyone else's. Someone asked me, why is it that I always walk around the track rather than run? I'm not a runner. I don't like running. That's my answer to that. I do not like running. I would much rather walk as briskly as I can, and call it a day. I just came back from my walk and I got a couple of paintings to varnish, so that's what I'm about to do now. There was a time when my paintings weren't selling. But instead of letting comparison get the best of me, I decided to just keep going. I told myself, if nothing sells this year, I'm still going to paint like I'm preparing for something bigger. And you know what? Over time, people started noticing. I got better, my work grew, and eventually the sales came. Not because I was chasing what everyone else was doing, but because I stayed with my own process. I stayed in my own lane. It's also very important that you make sure that there are no areas of pooling varnish. You don't want to pool or varnish on the surface of your painting. So you definitely want to keep an eye out on that and make sure if you see it, get rid of it. Okay, so I'm about to apply my second coat to these two paintings today. Just a quick reminder, I do have prints of my work available on my website. If you'd like to add one of my pieces to your home, you can find them at joewashingtongallery.com. The link is in the description below, so it's easy to find. Thank you so much for your support and your interest in my work, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So once you're done with varnishing your painting, what you want to do now is carefully look over the surface of your canvas and see if you notice any pieces of the brush, the bristles from the brush. If you see any, just get them out. Use the corner of your brush, or you can use a pair of tweezers and get them out. Do not let them stay in there while the varnish is drying. Here's the thing. What you focus on grows. If you keep staring at what others have, you'll always feel empty. But if you pour that energy into your own growth, your craft, your life, that's when things start happening. If you keep focusing on how far you haven't gone, you'll miss how far you've already come. So I just finished working on the fish, adding the final detail, and now I'm going to start working on the glass mug with the beer. I really look forward to this area here. It's all glass, of course, and I enjoy working on any type of material that is reflective or see-through. So I really look forward to especially this area here. These scallions, I'm not 100% happy with them. I may end up going back over it simply because it's not, the values seem to be a little off to me, and it could be just a bit darker in certain areas. So I may go back over those. But right now my focus will be on the glass mug with the beer in it. So here we go. I've learned the hard way that comparison eats up my energy. I find myself chasing after other people's wins instead of noticing my own. But the moment I turned my attention back to what I was actually doing, that's when things changed. I started to see the happiness in completing a painting and making social media content. And that's when I realized that small wins matter more than big comparisons. Thanks for spending time with me today. If this video spoke to you in any way, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you want more conversations like this, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.